Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the meeting and thank you for your presence today. Today, our meeting's agenda will be about the mini research you guys did and its objective, findings, methodology, and issues you guys faced during the research. Before we start our meeting, is there any absence today?
Everyone is present for today's meeting, so there will be no apologies for absence. This will be our first meeting, so there is no previous meeting minutes as well as matters arising.
Okay, so we can start our meeting today. Ming Xuan, can you briefly explain about the mini research you did and why was this research worthwhile to be conducted?
Yes, sure. Our research objective is to ensure healthy life and promote well-being for all ages. In this research, we was worthwhile to be conducted because we can analyze and know the health status of MMU students, and we investigate the view and opinions on quality of life of MMU students. Besides, we raise their awareness about their health. They will start thinking about whether their lifestyle are healthy or not after doing our survey form. Health is related to mental, physical, and social well-being. It is an important aspect to be studied on how MMU students manage their lifestyle.
This healthy lifestyle also stated in our SDG. It's also stated in SDG. So this is mainly about the health on students, right? Yeah. So Tanu, what are the main purpose of the research?
So we have two main purposes for this research. The first one would be to study the awareness level of MMU students in having healthy lifestyles. And the second purpose would be to investigate whether MMU students are practicing a healthy lifestyle or not. So we had these survey questions where the first part is to study the awareness level of MMU students. We have questions with knowledge questions where they have to answer based on their knowledge, and this part will give us the findings of whether they are aware of the healthy lifestyle or not. And the second part was based on what are the students doing in their daily routine, and this will bring us how they practice a healthy lifestyle and are they practicing a healthy lifestyle or not.
And that's a good purpose, which is mainly based on students' health, right? Aisha, how was the data collection done during this research?
The data collection for our research was made using Google Form in survey format, and it was divided into three parts. The first part being the respondents' bibliography, and the second part is about our first purpose of the research, and the third section is our second purpose of the research.
Nice one. Using Google Form is really efficient way to collect data because Google made everything easier today. Faris, who are the targeted respondents in this research?
The targeted respondents were the 30 students in MMU Sarjaya from all the faculties such as FOE, FCI, FOM, FCM, and FAC.
Alright, so all is MME student, right?
Yes.
Devon, what were the significant findings during this research you collected?
One of the significant findings was MMU students are aware that eating fast food is not a good way to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And from the studies, we can ensure that majority of MMU students do not eat fast food frequently. Second point would be MMU students aware that 8 to 9 hours of sleep is needed to have a healthy lifestyle. Last but not least, large number of MMU students wash their hands before leaving the toilet. This is to avoid spreading germs, and minority of students forget to do so sometimes.
That's good to hear because MME students really practicing a healthy lifestyle, and also you said there's less students eating junk food, right? That's really rarely happen anywhere. And also they wash their hands because normally Malaysians they don't have that habit of the washing hands. That's good to hear. Shamim, what are the recommendations you can give from this research?
There are some recommendations that should be done by students and educators. As for students, they should focus more on leading healthy lifestyle. There are some ways, which is they can join club activities which offer activities that focus on health subject. Besides that, there should be more attention on using soaps and sanitizers, to wash their hands after using the toilets, to spread to reduce germs from spreading. As for the educators, they should incorporate into their business curriculum to discuss ways on how to manage stress among students. And additional research should be done also, where they should study to determine whether other area might be affected or not if the students are not practicing healthy lifestyle. They should also examine and learn what are the causes of the students for not practicing a healthy lifestyle.
So do you think these lists are reliable for students?
It is reliable because our facilities are provided mostly from our universities. For example, soaps and sanitizers are provided in the toilets. The students can use to wash their hands after using the toilet.
Okay. Tanu, can you tell me the issues raised during this research?
There are a few issues that had to be raised, but I will touch on the bright side of our report first. So we have this achievement that we all gained throughout this report. So the leader have distributed the task evenly to everyone. So everyone had given their best in contributing, and the work was efficient, and everything was done based on the deadline given. So the completion of the report was very good, and everything was done within the deadline, and our submission was on time, and all the comments given by the lecturer was good as well.
Good one, you guys really followed the time.
I said I agree with your opinions, Tanu. Everyone knows that it is hard for students to finish their task early and avoid doing last minute work. But every group members have done it well. There is one great achievement. Even though the remarks that you have made are good and credible, I, on the other hand, have a contrasting view on this matter. I would like to point out the negative side of this survey. The issue that I would want to raise is the distributing of the survey form. The distributing of the survey form was time consuming due to random answers that were not relevant. Something like this always happens because some people don't take it seriously. Most of the respondents did not answer the questions carefully. Instead, they pretty much wanted to finish the survey as fast as they could. That is why it was hard for us to collect proper data and information regarding this topic. The information that we gained from the survey might also be unreliable. That's all.
If you guys fail to collect correct data, then it's a catastrophic failure for this whole research. So how you guys managed to collect data in a proper way, and how you guys overcome this problem?
We overcame this problem by doing a full face-to-face distribution instead of the half face-to-face and half online, because by doing so we will be able to observe the response, and so that they would take it seriously, to take our survey seriously, instead of answering it randomly just because they had to answer it.
Okay.
So I agree with your point where face-to-face survey will work more because you can get efficient answer, and also you can observe more on what people answer. But in the future, if you want to do face-to-face online survey, there is a slight issue where you will face one crowd of people where you have to show everyone the survey form, the online survey form. So how are you going to handle that crowd of people? Because you have to handle them and make sure that you observe each and every one of them. So what are the ways where you can make sure everything goes on efficiently?
I suggest that we can set up a booth with few laptops together around a random corner in our campus. Yeah, that will be great to solve the problem.
Yeah. For example, by using QR codes, for instance, so that maybe we can print out flyers with QR codes so they can just scan it and we can observe them simultaneously.
That's a good idea. Can attract more students. Anything else for the issues?
Yes, there is another issue that should be raised. Our purpose was rejected a number of times, which caused the delay of starting the research questions. This caused time consuming and it affected our panel as well.
So you guys consume time so much during this thing, right?
Yeah.
So how you guys solve this problem?
Yeah, but the purpose was completed after having a good discussion with our lecturer, and we took some of Miss Mindy's suggestion and we put it into our work. So so that it's completed.
We should also have a clear view on this topic so we could come up with a better purpose.
Okay, that's fine. Anything else for the issues?
Yes, I have one more issue to be raised. So we had this confusion of how each part of the report is supposed to be written. So as we all know that we have different sections in the report and we have different formats and how the length of each section should be. So this confusion actually dragged our time to complete the whole report. So I do think it's a serious issue because we have to have a clear view on how are we going to complete this whole thing and how is the section written followed by the format. So yeah.
As for my suggestion, we can plan things ahead, and this way we can resolve the things that are unclear, and we can even ask the lecturers. This way we can able to avoid making assumptions.
I agree with David's point. Asking the lecturer to clarify things that we don't know is important. We try to avoid making assumptions because we all know that making assumptions is really bad since it has no valid reasons and evidence.
So
That's all.
basically, you guys have problem in technical things and the reporting thing, right?
Yes.
So if you guys have not have a proper report, then there's no point of making this whole research. So you guys really must be aware of the report, how to do the report and the formats, and also the valid reason. If there's no valid reason, there's no point also. You guys wasting your time doing the research.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys anything problem about based on the research? Okay. So maybe okay. How you guys did the communication during the research between you guys?
The issue about communication between members was that limited response was given because since we use online communication, which is WhatsApp mainly, the members is not actively. Some of the members are not actively participating since we're online at different times, so we have issues communicating at the same time. So it's hard to resolve a problem when it's due.
Lack of communication really can be a big problem during group work. So how you guys manage to overcome this thing?
According to the issue as mentioned by Aisha, I suggest that we can show and inform the important things to the group members, and if it doesn't work out at the online platform, which is WhatsApp, we have to do a 100% face-to-face meeting like right now what we are doing to get the things done.
I'd like to add to Ming's point. We can come up with a proper day and time. This way we can ensure that the face-to-face meeting is successful.
So you guys suggest for doing a meeting like this, like scheduled, right?
Yes.
I think that one will be more effective. Anything else you guys want to raise up here?
I would like to say that face-to-face communication is a really good way in getting things done because based on our face-to-face communication which was a minority that we did. So this face-to-face communication was where everyone gave out their ideas. So it was efficient to actually finish up the whole report and everyone contribute in the face-to-face communication. So that is a really good thing in completing the whole report as well.
That's good, huh? I think that's all for issues, right?
Yes.
So I can start with the conclusion for the meeting today. So as a conclusion for this meeting, the objective, as Ming said, this research, the objective is very good because where we can know how about the lifestyle and opinion of MMU students regarding the healthy lifestyle. As Devon said about the findings, it is good to know that MMU students are really practicing a healthy lifestyle, whereas no smoking, less junk food, and also washing their hands, right? That's really good to know because that's really happened during nowadays because people really want to eat more junk foods and fast food, right? This is a very great outcome because we can conclude that MMU students are in a healthy lifestyle and a healthy situation. As the issues mentioned by you all during the research, what happened during this day, you guys also managed to overcome this problem in a short time, where you guys given 2 to 3 weeks to done this research. I can tell you guys had a really great teamwork during this thing, and you guys completed these things successfully. It's congratulations for you guys. This is a good teamwork and congratulations. I can conclude this is a success for the research. Is there any other business for this meeting?
Okay, so we'll be doing a awareness campaign of plastic pollution in ocean. So the proposal is not done yet. So for the discussion, we'll be doing it in the next meeting.
Okay, thank you, Tano. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so now tell the date to next meeting. So our next meeting will be on 27th May 2019. I hope you guys can attend the meeting. So thank you guys for attending the meeting. The meeting is adjourned.